Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Good morning to you indeed. So good to have you on this Thursday. It's already
Wake up,
April
wake up, wake up,
11th,
wake up.
2024. Welcome to another Morning Barbados presentation. We are coming your way live from the Wildey showroom of Standard, or partner for furniture and so much more. I'm Tisha Hines. I'll be here with you until 8 o'clock this morning. Boy, do we have a fantastic crew behind the scenes, and we're here from bright and early, giving trouble, but making sure that we get on the air. So a special good morning to my entire crew, the bad behaved crew. And of course, a special good morning to the crew here at Standard as well. And of course, we have to say good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're here in Barbados, across the region, or across the diaspora, wherever you are across the world. Thanks for making Barbados your choice by tuning in to find out what's happening here in our neck of the woods. I don't know about you, but if you've been commuting now that the children are on holiday, traffic hasn't slowed. I don't know if that's just me, but I've said this before. I felt as though when the children were on holiday, you could say, okay, I can leave home a few minutes later because there's not as much traffic. No, no such luck. Anyways, we're going to be looking at all kinds of things today, so I hope that you can stick around and stay with us for a little bit of excitement. Of course, last week we had the students of the Blackman and Gollop Primary School here talking about their Calypso competition, and we shared the winner with you. We gave you the performance of the second place person, and today we're going to give you some more action. They're going to be here performing for us. Plus, we featured the ambassadors of the Ellerslie Secondary School who are a part of their competition. Those beautiful young ladies who took the top prizes are going to be here with us this morning as well. And as we look toward May Day celebrations, the BWU will be in to talk about how they're planning to take care of the workers of Barbados out and about, as they often do in fine style. Shane Jones is going to be in. You'd recognize that number as a part of the CBC family. No more, he's now gone, taken up by the BWU, but he'll be in with Miracle and King, and they're going to be telling us all about how you can be a part of those celebrations coming up, those very historic celebrations. They've been going on for quite some time. And this time around, they're saying it's about you. So they're going to tell us exactly how they're going to make that happen. We also have some fun going on this morning, so you definitely want to stay tuned for all of that. But getting us started this morning, we wanted to talk about something. It's not quite novel, but novel to Barbados, something a little different that definitely will engage you, particularly as we think about the delivery of medical services and how important it is to be able to have doctors reach you where you are. And that might be a term that people use loosely, but this is literally what they're doing at Global Med Barbados. And they're doing the official launch coming up the end of this week. They're going to be at Courtyard by Marriott on Hastings, and they're here to tell us all about how you can be a part of it. Now, Dr. Camila Spencer, co-founder of Global Med, she's also an internist and sleep medicine specialist. That certainly rings my bell. Welcome, good to have you here with us.
It was a pleasure to be here.
And Dr. Trina Sout, ABIM board certified in internal medicine, medical oncology, and hematology, and she is co-founder of Global Med Corporation as well.
Good morning, thanks for having us.
Wonderful to have both of you ladies here this morning. All right, now, I see sleep medicine specialist there, so we might have to consult on that.
Sure.
But speaking on consulting, I know before we started officially with the interview, we were chatting briefly about generally what you do. So let's start there with you, Dr. Spencer. Tell us what you do that makes it a little different from the traditional delivery of service.
So Global Med is a telemedicine company that we founded in 2023 after the COVID-19 pandemic, where we both had the opportunity to use telemedicine in our fields of medicine to continue to provide care to the people who needed it the most. And so telemedicine it gives you the opportunity to have an interaction with your doctor from the comfort of your home. So it's really good for people who live in remote areas who can't make the commute to see their doctor, or elderly people who are not as mobile, right? It's really helpful in those situations. And in particular in the Caribbean, where there is an overwhelming need for internal medicine specialists. And when I say internal medicine, I mean, like, for example, a gastroenterologist or an oncologist like Dr. Stout, right? There is an overwhelming need for it, and even though we do have the providers here, the need outweighs the providers that we have available to do it. And so that is where we come in. So we are able to treat the patients who are in need from the comfort of their homes, or they can come into our office, but we will be at a remote location providing that service.
Dr. Stout, tell me, take us back to the times of COVID-19, because you said this came out of that,
Yes.
which is where we saw a lot of that happening.
Yes.
People reaching out online. So take us back to that time and tell us what you saw that made you think, this is something that definitely could work here.
Yes, certainly. So at that time I was in Oklahoma, in the States, because we were both based in the US. For chemotherapy or other treatments, and we saw them at home. And I worked in very rural areas at that time, and many patients who were fragile and more susceptible were able to still get continued care via telemedicine and only have to be exposed, say they have to come in for an infusion. People that were not on treatment and just needed checkups or prescriptions renewed never had to come in, never had to bear that exposure, and we were able to protect a lot of people while making sure they didn't have any gaps or breaks in their care, which for a disease like cancer, as you can imagine, could really have a significant impact if you have to stop treatments.
Absolutely. You know, when we think of things like Doctors Beyond Barriers, this is what it means to be able to access care, not only from specialists here in Barbados, but certainly from people like you two who are not necessarily based here,
Yeah.
which brings me to one of the most important questions. How did you two meet and get together and get to this place?
It's a cool story.
You wanna go? Okay.
So we both went to medical school in Jamaica at UWI, University of the West Indies. And both of our last names, it starts with S, and they group you, right? So she's Stout and I'm Spencer. And then we went on from there for residency training in the US, and we just forever kept in touch.
Yeah, she went to DC and I went to New York. Then she went to Miami,
Miami,
then Alabama.
then Alabama.
I went to Connecticut, then Oklahoma, and then in the summer of 2022, we both relocated to Georgia. So now we're like 30 minutes apart where
All
we
right,
live.
so why Barbados? Why did you decide to set up here in Barbados?
The plan is for the Caribbean at large, but because I'm Barbadian, I'm still in touch with a lot of the medical community here. I have a understanding of the needs, especially for oncology and hematology, which is my specialty. I know there is a need. My family has been personally affected by by cancer. Lots of my family, pretty much all of them, still live here. I just have a vested interest in really impacting care in general, with a special place in my heart for oncology care. And I think patients here should have access to what is standard of care medicine worldwide, or at least in what we call, first world countries. And telemedicine will start to bridge that gap with having access to the care, eventually bringing in and improving accessibility of newer drugs for patients. And it was just the perfect fit to make the launch for our company here before we move out into the rest of the Caribbean.
Oh, that's excellent. And once you started talking about Jamaica, the accent came right back.
My mother would be proud. She's Jamaican. She was like, at least, the accent is still there.
All right, so let's break it down a little bit
Okay.
more. So say someone wants care, there's something going on, they have a question. How does the process work?
Yeah. So the process is by referral from your general practitioner, or if you're seeing another physician that cares for you generally, another specialist, they go to our website. The referral form is on there. Everything is electronic. So they would click the link, the physician will make the referral. They can also upload images, image reports, lab results, and everything comes directly to us. And then a link would be sent to the patient to schedule and pay. And that link would help them to schedule the appointment. Once the appointment is made, another link goes to their email address. And on the day of the appointment, they just click on that link. I click on the link, or whichever physician, and we appear on the screen and we chat with each other. Yes. And we've actually piloted it briefly in Barbados already, and and it's worked quite successfully.
Yeah, I'm sure the system you nodding in agreement.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. So for me, I've experienced, what medicine has been in and outside of COVID in the U.S. So I understand how easy it makes it to be able to have your diagnoses and so on available to your doctors online, particularly if you're seeing a few specialists or a few doctors. So it makes life a whole lot easier. And certainly this is a great way to kind of spearhead the direction that we must go in the Caribbean to be
Right.
able to deliver the level of care that we need to. Now you're going to do the official launch coming up
Yes.
this Friday, as I mentioned. So tell me more about preparation for that.
Busy.
It's been a lot.
Yes.
We learned a lot, preparing
Especially
for
not
it.
being on the ground, because we both only arrived in Barbados this week. So having to do a lot of stuff remotely, it required a lot of support from our event planner and different vendors here to get things ready, coordinating with physicians. But we're excited. It's been a long time in planning. We probably started discussing this maybe 2021 or so. We've been talking and planning about doing this. So it's really good to see it come to fruition and to be able to action our goals of trying to really impact care here, move, as you said, move care forward, get more into digital health, get health systems more integrated. And this is just the starting point of a lot of bigger things to come.
Excellent. Congratulations to both of you. For young women of Caribbean descent, first of all, I think this is truly inspirational, among other words, the full list that you can think about. Absolutely. But let's delve into what you do a little bit more, because I think that's important for people to understand that this is what will set the service apart, what people need from you. So I'm going to start with you, Dr. Spencer, an internist and sleep medicine specialist. And I've been on this from the time I heard it. So talk to me more about it.
So an internist means that I have specialized in internal medicine, which is adult internal medicine, right? So I treat adults, any illness of the body, right? Once it's not surgical or cancer, right? Anything chronic, right? And then as a sleep medicine specialist, I focus on things like obstructive sleep apnea, which is very common, and insomnia, people who have REM sleep disorders. So there's a wide array of things that can be treated that I specialize in with sleep medicine. Obstructive sleep apnea is something that is very common. A lot of people don't really know that they have it. They think, oh, I'm just snoring, right? But snoring in of itself is an indicator, or can be an indication that you have something underlying, like sleep apnea. And the most common treatment would be that CPAP machine that a lot of people see, and they're afraid of. But, there are so many different types of machines available to treat it now. So the sleep medicine field has come a long way.
Absolutely. And I hear so many people saying, I can't sleep. And they talk about it as if it's, just something else. So it's wonderful that people can now literally speak with their primary care physicians and have a referral to be able to find out a little bit more about what's happening with them. With you, Dr. Stout, I wouldn't necessarily pair internal medicine with medical oncology and hematology. If I thought about
No, I'll explain why.
areas together.
So internal medicine, as she said, is kind of the broad covering of all subspecialties. So then you can subspecialize. So I did an internal medicine residency in New York, and then my goal was always to do oncology, but the path in the US is to do internal medicine first, and then you can do a fellowship, and my fellowship is in medical oncology and hematology. So that's how I got both of those together. And medical oncology, so I focus on medical oncology and hematology in clinical practice. I don't practice internal medicine in terms of managing high blood pressure or diabetes or any of those other things generally. I could, but it would be too much and I choose not to. So medical oncology deals primarily with cancers, all types of cancers. So that's the bulk of what I do. Hematology covers blood disorders, both cancerous ones, such as lymphomas or leukemias, multiple myeloma, or non-cancerous conditions. So simple things such as anemia. A lot of people are anemic. Some people need iron pills. Some people need an iron infusion. So I deal with that. B12 deficiencies. People that might have a blood clot and need to be on a blood thinner, and do they need to be on it a long time, a short time? So it could be both cancer and non-cancer disorders for hematology. So that's the range of what I manage and treat.
Wonderful. And I know here in our neck of the woods in the Caribbean, chronic non-communicable diseases are just at a place where we really need to pay a whole lot of attention. And through your training, you'll be able to help in this area as well. Now, this Friday, is it strictly just the professional launch and go, or when can we get in there and ask some questions and say, listen, I need to be able to speak with Dr. Spencer.
I need to sleep.
Sometime soon.
Yeah, it's a private launch to invited guests on Friday, to our colleagues here, because we plan to work in collaboration with physicians here. It's a two-way street. We're here to support them, and we hope that they support us as well to really work for the betterment of patients. But the physicians can start to give referrals from the beginning of May 1st, via our website. And then we will start seeing patients within the first 2 weeks. Our goal is to try to get timely appointments and patients to delay the wait time and take some of the burden off of physicians that have such a long wait time, because there's so many patients versus the number of physicians. So shorter wait times to get people on treatment sooner where possible, because we all know there are other limitations, not just appointments and other barriers in terms of drug availability and those things locally that we will have to deal with. But to at least get the process started sooner and just increase access and let patients know their options, and we're here and willing to help and to get them comfortable. And we also want to make sure that we're working and counseling them on preventative things. And there are a lot of things in the community that we plan to do, not only so people can not need treatment for some things and prevent disease as well.
All right, telemedicine, it definitely has me intrigued, if only because we're also an aging population. And as we mentioned before we went on air, just being able to get out sometime when you're a little older
It's so difficult.
can be quite a challenge.
Yes.
So this makes life a whole lot easier for a whole lot of people,
Yeah.
particularly caregivers,
Yes.
who ironically might be a lot of people of a certain generation who are taking care of elderly parents and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So just to be able to navigate going from your workspace to your home space, if you're able to get online, I can see how that can be truly beneficial. Well, I'd definitely like to wish both of you all the best with the global med launch that
Thank
is
you.
coming up. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak directly to our viewers, starting with you, Dr. Spencer. She's like, why me first? Because you're first on the bench. I remember that bench, sitting on the same bench. Listen, I was thinking med school and benches.
There were definitely benches.
It was an auditorium,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
just benches going up.
All right. So, what would you say to viewers about how this sets the delivery of care apart from what they've seen before in terms of the clinic?
So The Global Med platform will provide the opportunity for you, the viewers, patients, to access healthcare from a variety of specialists and at the comfort of your own home. And by being able to do that, it will reduce costs, whether it be for travel, it can childcare costs if it is that you have, you're the caregiver at your home. So it has the ability to improve the accessibility to healthcare and to also improve the equitability of care, right? So that everybody, as much as possible, can receive the same level of care, the same standard of care that we want everyone to have.
Yes.
Yes, I will say that I agree with the equity and accessibility. And I think I would want viewers to also know that your care isn't any less because you're not being seen in person. The level of care and the decisions that need to be made in management, specifically for the specialties that we're going to go into, can be done virtually, and that we also will have support on the ground at a clinical office in Belleville. So patients may be wondering, especially patients for oncology, what if I need chemo? What if I need this? We will have infusions available on site in Barbados with nurses, with doctors there, that if there's a problem that comes up. So you're not left hanging high and dry. There are nurses to take calls if there's an issue with medication. So the plan of management and the overall structure of your treatment will be dictated by the specialists you've seen, but you won't be left hanging high and dry when you're on the ground in terms of when you need support or if you really need to see a person. Our office is also available. So the standard of care you receive will be on par with what you will get with an in-person physician.
And those are definitely some very important points, because people want to know that you have a network of doctors who can get things done expeditiously. Really, because sometimes to be able to move from, just a referral to getting something done, and the other can really be about life or death.
Yeah.
And that's the reality of it. So I wish you both the very best on the launch coming up this Friday of the Global Med Barbados. And good to know that you also have an office that will be here and on the ground. Now, we have a lot of young students watching, and it's holiday time. I've been trying to figure out how come it's Easter holiday and Easter's gone. And it's after the Easter holiday, but I'm old. So I'm past that now. What would you say to students who are interested, who are intrigued by the field of medicine? And I see that Dr. Spencer's eyes perked up when I said that. About their approach and what they can do, and how things have been quickly changing over the last few years in terms of the delivery of care. And this time around, we go to the other end of the bench to Dr. Stout.
I would say, regardless of what they're interested in, medicine or otherwise, do something that you're passionate about and not something that everybody else tells you should do or was considered, the only recognized professions. And in terms of specifically, if you're interested in medicine, I say align yourself with a physician or somebody in medical school to get some mentorship and really understand what it entails, not just the med school, but the after, and know what your options are. As you said, things have changed so much. We have virtual care, we have stethoscopes that you put on the person via the computer, and we could hear the heartbeat and see the rhythm. So, keep abreast of what's new and be open, because medicine has so many different spheres now. There's health administration, there's clinical medicine, there's teaching. So there are a lot of branches, and you don't have to necessarily sit in an office all day if you don't want to. Telemedicine has allowed me, since I've been grown my family, and I have a young daughter. I came out of the office and I work for do telemedicine in the U.S., and I'm able to have that flexibility to both mother and work, So there's a lot more options. I never thought when I was in med school that was even an option that I would have. So be open, stay abreast, but I think mentorship is a good idea to really get the full gamut of what you're getting into for any career.
I'm intrigued. We have to have a whole new interview to talk about all of the new ways through telemedicine that you can deliver that care, a stethoscope that you can listen to the heartbeat
Computer
through the computer.
is on the patient and there's software, and then we would hear the rhythm on our end. Yeah.
All right, how about that? And Dr. Stout was sitting there saying what she said, but we still want to hear from you.
So she really did hit all of the high points, right? But one thing that really spoke to me was when she mentioned that there are more things to do with a medical degree other than being clinical. So, when we did medicine, we thought that the way forward was residency. So you had to do like further specialty training. But there are so many other things that you can do, like medical technology is a really big thing now, like as she mentioned, the stethoscope. Even the EMR, the electronic medical record that we use in the US and in other countries. There are lots of different things that you can do with a medical degree. And I think that is something that young students should know as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I know being online really supports your medical journey in a great way. So you don't only have to depend on memory or other people to give you alerts as to what's coming up, what's happening. As we mentioned, as you move from one doctor to the other or one clinic to the other, you are now a part of the care that you get because you have access, to certain aspects of your own medical treatment and what's being done, what the diagnoses are and things like that. So I'd like to congratulate both of you on the launch of Global Med Barbados, and we most certainly look forward to hearing a lot more about what's happening. We are also open to going online. That's part of our delivery of care. So being based out of the Caribbean does not mean that we can't now have you be able to share with the viewing public here in Barbados, where we have questions for doctors on the delivery of care and more. So thank you both for coming in and sharing with us, getting up so early.
Thank you.
You must
And we
be
just brought
accustomed
you a
to.
small token for having us.
Oh, how
Thank
about
you
that?
so much.
I love it. I'm gonna have to open it. All right, well, thank you, ladies, very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
for
I
having
wish you
us.
the best on the launch. And we certainly look forward to how you will change the medical landscape here in Barbados and across the region.
Yes.
Thank you so
And we will be
much.
back to let you know how it's going.
I look forward to it.
Thank you so much.
All right, so Doctors Camila Spencer and Dr. Stout, Trina Stout, here telling us all about something new and exciting. And I know your ears pricked up just like mine. So we're going to continue to delve in and keep you informed as much as we can. So coming up next, the Barbados Workers Union representatives will tell us all about May Day celebrations and why this time around it's all about you. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tune into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at bring you a comprehensive news, keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our cuts to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Morning to you. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back to Morning Barbados. Good to have you. Nice and sunshiny outside. 23 minutes now before the 7 o'clock hour. What are you doing today? I know you are maybe sleeping in if you're on holiday or if you're retired. That's always easy. But even when we're off, don't we find more to do? It's true, particularly workers. So a lot of the time we think of work in the context that, and a lot of people say, when I retire, it's going to be a life of leisure, and it absolutely isn't. But I know an organization that's committed to the workers of Barbados. They want to make sure that we're getting the best out of our work lives and beyond. That's why in 2024, it's all about you too. Yeah? And here to tell us more about this, we have Shane Jones, who's Communications and Information Manager with the Barbados Workers Union.
Morning, teacher.
Good morning, Shane. And Miracle Ann King, Communications and Information Specialist with the BWU as well.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to have both of you with us.
Thanks for having us on. Teacher, before I start, I was watching on the side of your previous interview, great interview, and I saw you got a gift. Let me just tell you straight up, the only gift I have for you is representation, so don't look for anything.
Well, let me just put it in your face so that you know next time you come, keep the representation. Bring something.
All right, no problem.
I'm kidding. Representation is equally as important.
Of course.
Yeah, so when we think about May Day, it always goes to the unions. I mean, it's a thing in Barbados. That's where the brains obviously go, and that says to us, that signals to us that unionism, trade unionism is still alive and well here on the island based on all the work that has been done and continues to be done.
Yeah, alive and well, and if you've been following recently, you've been seeing the Barbados Workers Union has been making big splashes all over the place, and they've been getting some huge wins. You think back to University of the West Indies, the hotel campaign that was so well executed, which actually led to legislation, the labor clauses and concessions bill that was passed in both the House of Assembly as well as the Senate. So the Barbados Workers Union has been out there doing extremely well and representing the workers and seeing more and more workers join up and join our movement. So it's been fantastic, and May Day is the day we give back to all workers.
Absolutely. So this time around, you're teaming up with the National Cultural Foundation to do something even bigger than we're accustomed to. I know through the years it has morphed. There's always been the traditional march, and then there's speeches and all of that fanfare. So tell us a little bit more, Miracle Ann, about what we can expect this May Day.
So on Wednesday, May 1st, we're going to be at the National Botanical Gardens. This is going to be the third year that we will be there, and in association with the National Cultural Foundation. From 12 p.m. until 6 p.m. we will be having so many things. There's going to be cultural performances like stick licking, the tuck band, and also we're going to be having the St. Cyprian's Choir, the Cypratones. They will be doing their famous conky song from last year, Independence. I'm not sure, Tisha, if you heard that one, but that was a popular That was a pretty popular song. And we're also going to be doing multiple things, such as like a workers' village, where small businesses, some of our members will have the opportunity to showcase their services or any products, handmaids that you do. Because, you know, in this climate, it's not only good to have a main job, but, you know, a little side hustle. And we do understand in this economy, we do need to be able to find resources and so forth. So we're providing that forum where they will have the opportunity with over 10,000 patrons, because last year it was really big and we're expecting even a bigger crowd. There's going to be a free kids zone with bungee jumping, jumping tents, rock climbing, but also our Frank Walcott Labour College, which is still alive and well, there will be a reading corner.
How about that? That's lots to see and do.
Yes.
And I know people are always looking to get out on, as we call them in Barbados, bank holidays.
Yeah.
So get out with a cause. And speaking of a cause, talk about the reason for the name of the campaign. What's in the name, Shane?
It's about you. So the Barbados Workers Union has focused on workers again. We have been, our campaigns have been focused on singling out workers, looking to see what their concerns, their worries are. We have been very vocal. We have been reaching out through our membership engagement department to find out exactly what is on workers' mind, what's concerning them most in this, as this economy keeps changing. The informal economy to formal economy, COVID-19 has changed the way people work. So we were getting back out there and finding out exactly what people needed. So It's About You was showing and signaling where our focus was. So last year we had It's About You, and this year we're saying It's About You too. So it's like a little pun, a little play on the theme again, too, and to you also. So that's it. And as Miracle mentioned, the Frank Walcott Labour College Reading Corner, that's very important to us because our Frank Walcott Labour College continues to do courses year-round. There's Spanish, there's sign language, there's Mandarin, communications. Yeah, there's so many courses year-round. So in that Frank Walcott Labour College Reading Corner, we are very happy to have the kids not only in the Barbados Light and Power Kids Zone, have all the fun things and the slides, but also a reading corner. So that's some of the things that we're very proud of. And the Barbados Port Inc. is sponsoring the Workers Village that Miracle spoke about.
That's beautiful. I want to double back to those wins that you talked about, being able to really get out and work for the workers of Barbados to make sure that they are able to work and enjoy all of what's been set in place for them to do so comfortably and within the law. So that's important. I know that, for example, you mentioned a few of them, but what does it mean for the union to be able, sometimes in a very difficult climate, to be able to deliver to the workers whom you serve? Yeah,
you know, as the climate changes and people are always seeking representation, at this point we want to obviously observe and have a moment's silence even for the 2 workers that died on the construction site, because we know occupational safety and health is something that we push a lot. We've been training our officers and training our divisions in occupational safety and health and the best practices. So that was a very unfortunate incident, and obviously we know workplaces should be always a place of safety. But as you said, in terms of representation, workers want to be represented and represented in different ways. And the Barbados Workers Union has realized that what workers demand now is something different. So if you realize the Barbados Workers Union has been making some different hires. In the past, we've hired a lot of researchers and organizers, and the Barbados Workers Union has a cadre of legal professionals now. And one free legal consultation is one of the benefits you get while you're at the Barbados Workers Union. So sometimes, you know, people say, we've heard it, Tisha, you know, people say, I don't need any particular union, I'm going to bring my lawyer. But we now have lawyers who are steeped in the employment rights law, and that's how we reshape to the modern demand and need of the modern worker.
You know, and in even reflecting on what we talked about in the previous interview, to be able to go to one place, to be able to get the advice you need so that you can make an informed decision to move forward is very, very important.
Yeah.
I think it adds some muscle to the union's might as well, to be able to draw on the law from within and not necessarily have to bother about external influences and affiliations or allegiances. As a young person, as a part of the Barbados Workers Union. I want to hear from you as a worker yourself, how you feel to be a part of an organization like this, delivering the level of service that they do.
Honestly, I do feel very blessed. It's different for me because prior to coming here, unionism was not something that I really thought about or needed, because I always knew a certain level of the legislation, but what I found being in those type of spaces with my peers, a lot of them don't know that. And I know that I took it for granted, knowing the law and so forth in how I should be represented, and getting into it, I am able to see the more work that is needed to make sure children within schools know about it. And even, this is why even our team recently completed the UE Showcase, where we went to the university with those children and those persons who will be the next workers of Barbados, to make sure that they understand the importance of knowing legislations, reviewing contracts, because it can be a little daunting, you know. You don't really know what should be in there. And is when you see how we can help people, especially through the digital channels such as social media, and even reaching out to them via email, something we've been recently implemented, and you see the responses, you feel it's very heartwarming to see you can be a part of a change. And that's why even the team It's About You is important. Not only are we getting back to our members and the community, but we're encouraging the workers of Barbados to be a part of the change that you want to see, so that we can enforce and influence the change within Barbados.
Well, for me, it's like the air we breathe. It's like the air around us. We don't necessarily tell ourselves, breathe, unless you are in distress. But you're breathing because this air is here for you. Because somebody is making sure that the air is clean, or some things are working to make sure that it's clean. So we don't necessarily always see the work that's being done behind the scenes, but we certainly are standing on the shoulders of the people who have gone before and who have fought to get us to this place. How has the fight changed though, Shane? You know, through the years, I know workers' rights, occupational health and safety, these are things that we see recurring, but in this age where we're doing telemedicine and where we're talking so much about AI, the fight for unions will be a little different.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the things about the transformations of the economies and transforming to digital and transforming to AI. There are a lot of things that people worried about. I recently completed a course with the International Labour Organization where people were looking at things like, in certain places people have been implementing from the time you get up from your desk that there's this AI recording when you leave. So it will say, okay, you've gone 10 minutes over your lunch break. But it's not always that we have to be afraid of everything, but we have to arm ourselves with information, and that's what we've been doing, the Barbados Workers Union. We've been doing the Did You Knows and trying to inform people. And at this point, let me just say that we recently had a situation where some people came in with contracts. You know, sometimes what happens in the environment when people want employment, you know, they sign very quickly when they, you know, you get a contract, you sign very quickly. And when our officers went through, our officers as well as our legal officers went through the contract, it was crazy. All the things that were being asked, people were asked to be both manager, supervisor, line staff, janitor. You can work, you can work bank holidays, overtime, everything, and you sign that away. And we're realizing that more and more, some employers, not all, some employers are trying to ease this because they know that people are seeking employment. So information and arming yourselves with the knowledge. That's some of the things we practice, and that's why the Frank Walcott Labour College is trying to churn out so many courses. That's why we are so heavily involved in our social media and trying to reach a large cross-section of people with information. Because what we find is that when people are armed with this information, then they're able to say, come and seek us. Because sometimes people are going on because they think that this is what is supposed to happen. My boss has said it's in my contract that this is right, but more people are being armed with information and knowledge. It's not, you don't always have to be afraid of the way things change. You have to work along with it and make sure that workers and the unions and the social partnership is at every stage of the advancements, whether technological, digital, AI, so we can stay hand in hand and say, okay, this needs to be checked, this process needs to pull back. So it's not a situation just throw your hands in the air and say, you know, digital, AI, everything is coming to take over. The unions and the Barbados Workers Union must be central in terms of the creating the framework.
And creating the framework, you certainly are doing, particularly when it comes to getting into the community, getting people out and getting them in the know. And that's what you talked about, 10,000 people last time around, and I'm sure there will be more people this time around because, you know, people crave knowledge. And not only that, I think they want it delivered in unconventional ways as well. So you get to come out, fraternize, see and meet a few people, but you also get to hear about the issues and, you know, see those people who are at the forefront of the fight in person. That's important. A lot of people say, I'm coming out to hear the speech of the General Secretary, or, you know, I want to see what employers are saying, what workers are thinking. And I know this is also a part of what you do in addition to the entertainment and the various zones. It's all about sharing about the union.
Yes, and definitely we will have our informational booth there where persons who have questions, they can come directly to any of our IR officers, our legal officers, and have that conversation there with them so that they will know the next steps and so forth. We also encourage people to message us on our Instagram page, that way that they can engage with us, because a lot of people are still kind of timid reaching out to the union and being vocal about it. So they usually reach out to us via that unconventional platform and ask us questions, and we're able to get things started within a timely fashion. A part of May Day, we couldn't do this without our sponsors. So I just want to highlight our sponsors briefly. As we mentioned, is in collaboration with the National Cultural Foundation. We also have TMI that has come on board, Barbados Central Bank, we also Inc., which sponsored the Workers' Fight, and they have sponsored the 2 Mile Hill segment, and 2 Mile Hill will be one of the entertainment that will be there. We have the COB, Barbados Water Authority, CBC of course. We also have Republic Bank, G4S, Atlantic Marketing.
It's been amazing, and that has said to us that what we're doing. Normally, you don't see companies now rushing, you know, to sponsor the Barbados Workers Union. Then we have other people coming on, Good Time Snacks. As we said, Affinity Plus, we're happy to have Affinity Plus, and Broad Street Men's, Carter's, Williams Industries. It's been the response has been phenomenal. We're hoping next year to have Standard, of course.
You're trying it, Shane.
Of course.
But absolutely. I mean, when we think about workers, it should be across the board about what we do, because we're in the workspace every single day, and we absolutely need to work together, because the common goal is for workers to be comfortable and safe and all of that other stuff. So I know that you mentioned 2 Mile Hill, and my ears perk up. You know, what else can we expect on May Day?
Yeah, so that's the
in terms of entertainment.
So the Herified 2 Mile Hill segment is going to have that Miracle mention, the Cypritones, St. Cyprian's Choir is amazing. So that session, the jam session with all the artists, is going to be, that's actually that jam session, the HIV/AIDS Commission jam session, Jam Responsibly. So they have Bag, Lil Rick, Faith Calendar, Mikey, Hyper Sounds, and of course DJ Assault. You know, if you were there last year and you said, you know, we saw 10,000 people, we're going to think it's going to be even more, and it was absolutely electrifying. We were so happy to be partying with our workers, and that's going to happen again. Miracle mentioned the General Secretary, the speeches, and you mentioned that, Tisha, and I know that the GS has something up her sleeve this year that people are going to want to hear. I can't give any more, but this is going to be electrifying.
It doesn't mean we can't speculate, people. They now have Shane Jones, who's writing under the moniker.
Oh, Lord.
You know, the Water Street Boys, who knows?
Yeah.
The General Secretary might be coming up with a tune. That would be something nice to put out in the public domain. I know that leading up to May Day celebrations, you've been back with your karaoke competition as well. And I get to hear all about how it's going when Yolanda comes into the office. Yes. Yolanda Yard, who works with us at CBC, who's also a very active member of the union. And she frequently poaches assistants from across the office. So tell me more about the karaoke competition.
So this Saturday, we will be having our final preliminary down Oyster Bay Gardens. That's Saturday, April 13th. Showtime is at 8 o'clock, but we encourage people to come from 7. So the karaoke is, as you mentioned, the lead up to the annual May Day celebration. And it's really an opportunity for us to interact with our divisions, our members, and even do more outreach within the public domain. So that's why we're heading down to Oystings this Saturday. Is sponsored by Atlantic Marketing through Blue Waters, and you get an opportunity to win 1,000.
Listen to me, but hold on, listen to me, because if you would ever say that figure, let's get the Fair Trading Commission.
$1,000 cash, the opportunity to win. So if you think that you have a singing voice, whether or not it's in the shower, it's karaoke. There will be judges. We have Eleanor, she's one of our main judges, and it has been an experience to see people coming together, singing, and not only for the competition, but for the lime. We always say, come for the lime, stay for the karaoke, and that has been going really well. Our semifinals will be at the Barbados Water Authority, who is also a sponsor of our annual May Day celebration, and then the finals will be held at Dre's Bar on the 26th in Pelican Village.
Oh, that's beautiful. And it's great to get out and, you know, enjoy the membership as well as you lead up to and kind of build that momentum of getting people ready for the big May Day celebrations. Yeah? All right, so let's repeat for everybody what will be coming up. I know that I asked this gentleman about the entertainment, and he nicely skirted around it because, you know, he's a journalist, so he figured he could walk around my question. But still, I said when I heard to Mile Hill, my ears picked up. He told me something new is coming from the General Secretary and all of that. I want to hear who else is on the cards. So I'm going to you, Miracle Ann. I'm going to leave out Shane for a minute. Who else can I look forward to on May Day?
You can look forward to seeing Lil Rick. He is a Barbadian delicacy, I would call it.
What?
So the crowd loved him last year. We brought him back again this year.
Bossy.
You know what you're going to get. He's going to give you a great experience. Also, we have Faith Calendar, who will be on the set as well. Mikey, Red Plastic. Then we're also going to have, besides the entertainment as well, the mixology competition. Last year we had Alf, who would have done it, and he won. Even though he doesn't drink alcohol, imagine doing a mixology competition. You have to mix drinks.
You believe that?
He was peeping at it.
He was peeping at it.
That's the plan for it. Rum and States rum mixology competition.
Okay.
Yeah. And our general secretary, she's also going to be mixing a drink this year. I'm not sure if, and Bev at Nathan. So it's going to be great. The entertainment is going to be top tier, you know, because the Barbados Workers Union, we do want the workers to feel relaxed on that day. It's a bank holiday, it's a family fun day. We're encouraging people to come out early. Last year by 10 o'clock, people already had their picnic tables set up, their sheets, everything. And even if you don't have picnic tables or you don't have any food, there's going to be food on sale from our wonderful vendors. Some things like loaded fries, like there's going to be so many things. It's encouraging to see people come together. You know, the workers of Barbados, we work so hard every day, and especially early mornings, late evenings, you would know, you know, it's good that we can give back to those workers and so forth.
You know, that's what the union is about. It's about bringing people together to talk.
Yeah, one of my favorite teacher before we go, the entertainment is the cultural performances put on by the National Culture Foundation, who we're in association with. The Stick Licking, Mother Sally, Land Shit is absolutely amazing. That's one of my highlights on the day.
And I know you can rival any Mother Sally, Shane.
What I mean?
Where's my cup?
I want to thank you guys for coming in and sharing. This is a great start. And you know we have a very active membership at the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. So we are always very, very involved. Congratulations on the work you're doing.
Thank you so much.
And, you know, I'm glad that you not only shared what's happening, where you're going, but I'm glad that you also touched on, Shane, what's happening in Barbados right now and how important it is to always have top of mind occupational health and safety, because that's something that shouldn't just be top of mind because we're being reactive to something that has happened. So to leave on that note.
Thank you so much. And see you on Wednesday, May 1st, National Botanical Gardens from 12 p.m.
Absolutely. So make sure you plan for that. You know, bring the entire family. It's an occasion for everyone to come out and fellowship. That's what the union is all about. All right, it's time for another break here on Morning Barbados. We have an update of the news coming your way. We still have to share with you some more of the Calypsonians from the Blackman and Gollop competition that recently concluded. And we're also introducing you to a few of the winners from the Ellerslie School pageant. The ambassadors are going to be in the house as well. So do stick around.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's that time again, Barbados. On Wednesday, May 1st, gather your crew and head to the National Botanical Gardens for the Barbados Workers Union's Free Family Fun Day in association with the NCF. It will be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Experience electrifying Red Break, 2 Mile Hill, Faith, Mikey, and Hyperspace Salt turning up the heat. Choose your favorite picnic spot to take in the amazing cultural performances. Bring the little ones to enjoy our free kids zone. Food and drinks will be on sale. Remember, it's about you too. So don't miss out on the vibe of the year on Wednesday, May 1st at the National Botanical Gardens. See you there.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Morning to you.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's just about 9 minutes after 7 o'clock. Time for an update of the news here on Morning Barbados. A cybersecurity expert is urging Barbadians to be more alert to the advances in technology as they go about their daily lives, amidst complaints over social media that chip and PIN cards were being swiped from at least a 2-foot distance away from card machines. Managing Director of CariSec Global Inc., Edward Millington, says it is best to create a culture of security and use radio frequency identification or RFID services, sleeves, or wallets in an effort to protect users.
We recognized early on that there's a need for more project preparation support for applicants. The sector, there is weak capacity.
Instead of waiting for, let's say crime to come to our community, let's have a little safety. That's my recommendation. Let's have a little safety. So if you can get an RFID blocker, get one. If you can have a purse that has it built in, get one. So that when that's in there, no one can pass you on the street, going into the supermarket or whatever it is, tap and get money from you. Because scammers. You don't want that.
However, Vice President of the Barbados Bankers Association, Shimon McIntosh, says the chip and PIN technology is the most effective against skimming as card data is encrypted. Mr. McIntosh added that while a chip cannot be cloned using a reader, as each tap carries a unique signature and an RFID wallet that can assist with avoiding accidental taps. Major refurbishment is set to begin in the island's fishing industry shortly. This from a number of government officials in response to Democratic Labour Party criticism. Lorna Jones reports.
Minister of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs Kirk Humphrey, Acting Minister of National Beautification and the Green and Blue Economy Charles Griffith, Chief Fisheries Officer Dr. Shelley-Ann Cox, and other officials toured the St. John facility. The officials have been responding to a DLP video circulating on social media that the seaweed harvester has been left to rot at Concept Bay.
Monies are going to be released very soon, and then you begin to work. But I understand the tender and document should be out shortly, and hopefully the
community centre
should definitely be fixed within this. Started and completed within this financial year. There's some other works like the boatyard and some works across years, but we anticipate that the work will begin very soon.
Minister Humphrey, then Minister of Maritime Affairs and the Blue Economy, notes the seaweed harvester is currently undergoing repairs as they await parts to be returned to set the machine into motion once again. According to him, government has repaired the jetties at Oistins and Speightstown fish markets and has done upgrades at Oistins, Speightstown, Pile Bay and the Bridgetown fish markets, with the Millie Eiffel fish market in Western St. James set to be completed. Additionally, work on the slipway at Concept Bay is set to be completed by next week.
Those boulders are to be moved by the end of this week, I'm told, and that slipway should be fully functional in a week. And the other thing is that there's going to be a slipway in the estimates for Bridgetown to allow us to haul up boats properly in Bridgetown. The port has, as part of its master plan, another slipway, a major haul-out facility to allow us to haul out boats.
Meanwhile, Minister Griffith, who is also the representative for St. John, says work is pressing steadily ahead.
Just realize that St. John is rising, as I like to say. And the fact that we are here today is a clear indication. You would have seen the drawings that indicate that this is not something that was done yesterday. Plans are in train to fix this facility to ensure that the fisher folks at this location have the very best of what Minister Humphrey would have indicated is happening across all of the other locations on island.
And according to the officials, no person or entity will stop the projects that are underway to ensure the fisher folk continue with their livelihoods. Lorna Jones, CBC News.
Thanks, Lorna. Now, government is intensifying its efforts to respond to the global climate crisis and to ensure citizens are equipped to respond to the changes that it brings. Several high-ranking officials gathered at the Barbados Hilton for the start of the National Symposium on the Just Transition and Job Creation in the Green and Blue Economy. The three-day session is being held in conjunction with the International Labour Organization, ILO, and the UN Partnership for Action on Green Economy.
The three-day session seeks to provide participants with an understanding of the challenges and opportunities associated with transitioning to a climate-resilient, sustainable, low-carbon future with a specific focus on renewable energy. During virtual addresses, local and ILO officials highlighted the importance of the talks.
These conversations are necessary to the local, regional, and international level. Therefore, over the next 3 days, I encourage you to delve into the issues, opportunities, and challenges associated with just transition. Certainly, the answer does not rest with any one individual, any one sector or entity. Just transition means different things to different people in different spaces. However, in considering just transition, we must have a holistic approach.
Events such as this National Symposium embody the essence of collaboration, social partnership, knowledge exchange, and integrative policy development. And I again echo the call by Honorable Minister Adrian Ford for us to see if we can make this an annual event.
And Labour Minister Colin Jordan has elaborated on the impacts of climate change on the workforce.
We've seen it in Dominica not too long ago, where in about 12 hours, over 100% of the nation's GDP was wiped out. That impacts workers because it means that stores are shut. It means that manufacturing plants are shut. those are the negative impacts. We have to build resilience. We have to adapt. And that has to be our focus. It means then that there's going to be the need for flexibility. Businesses and employers have to be flexible. Workers will have to be flexible because we are transitioning. We are in a transition. From a government perspective, we're going to do all that we can to make sure that the transition is just.
Over the next few days, sessions on opportunities for job creation and regional best practices, among other things, will be rolled out. The talks are scheduled to wrap up on April 12th. Rianne Phillips, CBC News.
The Caribbean Development Bank is calling creatives to action with the launch of the second phase of its Cultural and Creative Industries Innovation Fund, the SIFT program. But according to the CDB's acting head of private sector, Lisa Harding, that's head of the private sector division, Lisa Harding, there will be numerous changes to this phase. She says the decision comes after an independent evaluation in December of 2022 to determine the fund's relevance and any progress made.
We recognized early on that there's a need for more project preparation support for applicants. The sector, there is weak capacity. We're really speaking in some instances around small MSMEs, micro businesses, who have never had to report to anyone, furthermore, a CDB. Right, so the reporting requirements, understanding the jargon, understanding the language, understanding what we need, that we have to satisfy our donors. We have to find a way to be able to break it down to them and also to get them on board and to buy into why it's necessary.
The fund was established in 2017 with an initial US $2.6 million from the CDB in support of the development of the creative industries, fashion and contemporary design, visual arts, audiovisual, festivals and carnivals, and music across the region. Ms. Harding says there will also be greater inclusion of governmental support in project designs as the public sector needs to be included. There will also be more project implementation support for applicants and for those awarded grants, online application systems, data analysis, and artificial intelligence for routine administrative processes. The Republic Bank Sir Charles Williams International Game Fishing Tournament got underway yesterday with a large fleet of boats participating.
Along the northwestern coastline just off Port St. Charles, this was the scene for the start of the Republic Bank Sir Charles Williams International Game Fishing Tournament. It was around 6 a.m. that the boats got off to a bimini start, more commonly known as a shotgun start. And when things settled down, the crews set to task. Coordinator of the tournament, Mike Parry, says this year is the biggest to date.
This is the unprecedented biggest year we have had in the tournament since its inception. The International Fishing Tournament has been around since 1961. We're in the 7th decade, and this has been the biggest we've had. And what's more important is that it's now been endorsed by the Barbados government. So we have 4 elements of government now participating in this tournament, and that's because the government's push for sports tourism, and it's been a huge successful event. And we've had an unprecedented start and a participation from people from all over the Caribbean, as well as some people coming in from North America and the UK for the tournament. We've had 160 anglers that will be participating over the next few days, and we have 30 boats that are participating in the tournament, which is a large amount of boats that we have in Barbados.
There was early success for 2 of the junior anglers who had early catches of sailfish, and it is expected that across the tournament the catches will be fruitful, not only in weight but quantity. This year also carries the largest cash prize in the tournament's history. It runs over the next 3 days.
Thursday are fishing days. Friday is a lay day, a day of rest, and then Saturday is the final day. So there are 3 days of fishing.
Well, that's it for our update of news for this morning. Newsday comes along at 12 noon here on TV8, or you can tune into our radio stations for the world at 1, just around 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's time for a break. We're going to come back with more on Morning Barbados. Do stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back to Morning Barbados, 22 minutes now after 7 o'clock. So we've been getting to know the students of the Blackman and Gollop School very well, particularly the little ones who participated in the Calypso competition that happened last weekend. So we're sharing some of those performances with you. Young Bajan boy took 3rd spot in Saturday's competition. He performed Potholes and Burst Pipes. And we want to share that with you now.
Good night, everyone! It was COVID, ash, and freeze-storm. Things happening out of the norm. My concern as a child, you see, is building problems in this country. School open today, close tomorrow. Maintenance for no guidelines to follow. Now there's dust, smoke, and termites, dangerous potholes and burst pipes. Potholes near the corner, burst pipes in the center. Potholes, traffic calling, burst pipe. We're falling. Potholes and gasket blow. Burst pipe, water pressure low. Peeling till Mr. Fix it right. Do not fast, just repair every pothole and burst pipe. I went by friends Joseph and John to play games and have some fun. Suddenly I hear their mother say, water going off again today. So we got to fill up a big barrel, get a bucket, skillet and shovel. We got to do this before night, 'cause not far away the burst pipe. Potholes near the corner, burst pipe in the center. Potholes, traffic calling, burst pipe. We're falling. Potholes and gasket blow. Burst pipe, water pressure. I appealing to Mr. Fix it right. Do not pass, just repair every pothole and burst pipe. I calling brass stats to tell it like it is. Too many potholes where we live. By the body, but cans with caution till like police vans. I asked the lady who is a parent how she go.
All right.
You
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Easy.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Morning to you.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back to Morning Barbados, and we promised you that we were going to have the winners of the Miss Ellerslie Ambassador 2024 pageant. Taking second spot, the second runner-up was Daniela Hansen of the pageant, second runner-up, and first runner-up, Ayana Thomas in the Miss Ellerslie pageant as well. Good morning, beautiful ladies, and good morning to Carmel Ware, who is the pageant coach for the program. I'm so happy to have had you ladies on before this. I don't even recognize you out of school clothes, to be honest. So I'll start with you, Ms. Ware. Talk to me about what it was like, you know, getting everything ready and going with the girls for the pageant.
Pageantry has been my life from my days going to school at Ellerslie. We will have our in the school concerts and we will have little queen shows and stuff like that, and that really sparked my interest into pageantry. And when I left Ellerslie, then I went on then to do it as a full-scale thing. The principal, Mrs. Baptiste, approached me and said, "The only person that I know that can bring off this pageant is you, Carmel. So I'm asking you to come on board and assist with the young ladies in their walks, their posture, their public speaking and such like." So I gladly accepted.
All right, and you did a fantastic job, I
Thank
must
you.
say, even in how they're presenting themselves here today.
Yes.
Let me start with you, Ayana. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
First runner-up. You must have been excited to be able to get to these heights.
I'm shocked.
You were shocked? Tell me about pageant night.
Pageant night was nerve-wracking, and really and truly, on the night I just told myself it's either I give it my all or regret it when I left here, and I just give it my all.
Oh, that's excellent. I'm sure you did, and it just paid off. Daniela, you're one of the younger competitors. What was it like on pageant night for you?
It was actually really great. Before, I was like a little bit nervous before I went on stage, but it went through. I came through, right? I did my best and I came through.
And it paid off. You're truly remarkable, all of you. I always commend young ladies who could participate in pageants like this and kind of sit on stage, and you know, it's not the same when you're kind of sitting here talking, totally different. So, you know, what was different about the night than you expected? Because I know pageant night is always, you know, everything intensified tenfold.
I can say I didn't know what the results was going to be, but regardless of everything, I just wanted to represent my school and show myself, show what the potential that I have, and that I could do a lot more than I actually allow myself to do.
All right, that's wonderful. Anything special from pageant night that you'd like to share? Any surprises? You know, any wonderful memories?
Just being up on stage. Being up on stage and being able to present myself was the most memorable of everything.
All right, now it's where you did these dresses. Yeah, so talk to me about the process. You said the girls came with concepts and you brought them to life.
Yes, please. All right, the whole theme of the pageant was sustainability. And we want to do something different this time with the formal wear. So instead of going and having the big ball gown, pageantry, glitz and glamour, we're not sure how they're going to execute them. So this is where I stepped in. I said, okay, you know, if you can just verbally give me, or if you can draft your idea, I can bring it to life for you, because this is one of my areas of expertise also is fashion designing and sewing. So they brought their concepts, they brought their items, I visualized, I pitched the ideas to them of what we can do with this, what we can do with that, and once they were comfortable, I put everything into place for them.
All right, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So for you, Daniela, tell me about your idea.
For the dress?
And what we're looking at here.
Well, to be honest, this was made from my mom's curtains.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Two
like,
lovely curtains. Wow.
Two beautiful curtains. The thing is, I drew the idea to have it a princess style dress, because I really thought it brought out innocence, and it also showed a big part of my childhood, because I loved Disney princess movies as a child, so it really brought out that.
Not your mother's curtains.
Yes.
Listen, stand up, let's see this gorgeous dress, Daniela. Look at that. Wow, it truly is about sustainability. You know what comes to mind when I look at that? A Bajan Cinderella story.
Yes. So true.
You know, this adds your meaning to making lemonade from lemons.
Yes.
This is gorgeous. Not to mention your mother has great taste in curtains.
Yes,
she does.
She
really does.
Because the first time she actually saw the dress was on pageant night when I brought the dress.
Okay.
Because I just give like little snippets of the process going through doing it. So when I actually did bring it into the dressing room and said, okay, I need you to try this dress, she was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. You know, then when she put it on then to try it and everything, she was in awe. The child was in total awe.
Wow, I'm in awe. I'm in awe.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful. And it's really true to the theme. Talk to me about your idea for bringing sustainability to life, Ayana, with your evening wear.
My evening wear, this wasn't the original plan, but things went south last minute and I had to come up with an alternative. And when I saw this in a store, like anyway, instead of a store, I just pictured the idea of putting a trail and then putting flowers and roses to it to match with my sustainability projects. And
Ms. Ware, talk to me about how we were able to bring this to life. And let me tell you something, when it comes to pageantry, trust me, nothing ever goes as planned, yes.
Whatever can go around.
Yeah.
Can
So let's
definitely
talk
go
about
around.
this outfit.
Yes. At last minute, we had to go in a different direction of what they had planned because of situations out of her control. And I had to calm her. I said, don't worry, Mom has you. Okay, so what can we work with? So she brought me this jumpsuit that had 2 big bows that hid her beautiful face. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna strip this down. We can go and find some white material to give a contrast and add some splashes of red into it. Okay. So this is a piece of white satin that I did as a side train.
Show us the beautiful side.
Right. And then I took some ends, sustainability again, ends of black satin material, and I made roses and some old lace that I had there. I cut up the appliques from the lace and adorned the train with them.
That's gorgeous. And here you are. She said things went south, and you went in the other direction, my dear. You're first runner-up. So gorgeous, gorgeous stuff.
Yes.
All right, and it's beautiful that they get to learn in this way. And then there were some great individual prizes as well. Now, Ayana, of the prizes. So let's talk a little bit about that as well. Okay, you could go ahead and take your seat now. Beautiful, beautiful. Ayana, you won Best Sustainability Project, Best Talent, Miss Congeniality, and People's Choice. So talk to me a little bit about your project.
For my sustainability project, I did a tree-top tree of financial freedom. I also reintroduced an academic aid program into the school and a beach cleaner at Bass Rock. For the tree-top trees, I got 9 trees donated from the Ministry of Agriculture to plant all around the school to promote the school environment and enhance the children's healthy diet. For the beach cleanup, I collaborated with Kiara Level, and financial freedom was just to help teach the first farmers the importance of money and saving money, and that's one was.
It was just a whole lot, but you did very well, so congratulations. Now, Daniela, you took Best Formal Wear. When you heard that, how did you feel about it?
I was like, okay. I don't know, I was happy, I guess. I was happy, I was like, woo! My mom curtains made the best thing.
That's absolutely beautiful, and I know being able to bring them to this place would have been equally rewarding for you and the teachers who were able to work along with them.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
talk to me more about from your perspective, where you found the time to be able to,
Yes.
because this is a massive investment.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Evenings after work. And unfortunate for me, we did not go back to our regular working hours after COVID. So we kind of kept our staggered hours. So it gave me a little more time to do extra curricular stuff. So hence me on evenings. Then we started on Wednesday evenings, and then coming on closer to the pageant, then we included Mondays also to give them, so we can ramp up their rehearsal sessions and stuff like that. When I first started with them, 1 or 2 of them could not walk in heels. And this is my area of expertise, because as persons say, I was born wearing heels.
Oh, like your sister.
I made 6-inch heels look like nothing on the catwalk. You know, so, and what they loved too was my patience with them. You know, I was understanding with them. When they got flustered and stuff, you know, I say, no, you don't, just concentrate on what you have to do. And I with them step by step, even in all their turns, all their walks. I walked alongside of them, show them the way how it's supposed to be done and so forth. And you know, they will go through different paces with their advisors because there were teachers who were attached to assist them with their sustainability projects and so forth. But knowing me, I got involved in that also too. You know, and I will advise them on certain things that they can do, the way how they present their talent, how they present the projects and stuff like that.
Good stuff. Daniela,
Yes.
who was your faculty advisor? Which teacher did you work along with? And tell me a bit about your project.
I actually worked with my mother. I worked with my mother because it's easier to interact with her, actually. So I chose
What's
to work
mommy's
with
name?
her. Stacey Ann Gray. Yeah. My sustainability project was the toy drive and donation. I chose this project because I feel very happy to see smiles on other person's faces from the good things that I've done. So I chose that project to help others.
Oh, that's beautiful. And, you know, that's what life is all about. If the people around us aren't happy and smiling, then what's the reason for life? Yeah, so, you know, that's a beautiful way to look at it. What about you, Ayana, your faculty advisor? You know, you talked to us about your project as well, but we just want to shout out some more of the people who helped to get you to this place.
My faculty advisor was Mr. Gaskin.
All right, and you had a good time working on the project together? Sounds like you did a great deal with all of these prizes that you ended up with.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was all right.
All right, good stuff. Now, this particular project was called the Ambassador Project for 2024. What does that mean to you, Daniela? That it is not just called a pageant, but you're an ambassador for Ellerslie School, and that's what's expected. So, you know, how does that couch how you go about your day-to-day following the pageant?
Well, it really shows how I can represent my school. I could teach others about the good things that I've experienced while attending this school.
All right, that's good stuff. I want to thank you for coming in. Congratulations on your fabulous wins.
Thank you very
Second
much.
runner-up, first runner-up. I know it was a small group, and seeing how the two of you handled yourselves, certainly you weren't two of the ones who weren't au fait with walking in heels, right? Yeah, but definitely miracles. You're doing
They were
a
very studious students, so they took in all of my instructions really well. And I was like a proud pageant mom on Saturday night when I saw them presenting themselves. It felt so good. I just got goose pimples. It was really, really good. I'm really, really proud of them.
Oh, this is beautiful to see them kind of blossom
Yeah.
in your face. All right, you girls look gorgeous. Again, congratulations. I'm still hanging on the fact that Mummy's curtains turned into this beautiful Cinderella dress. Ladies, stand up one more time as we go to break so that everybody can see these gorgeous dresses that you represented with over the weekend. This is so beautiful. I mean, now that you say it's a curtain, I can see that.
Yes.
But definitely beautiful and gorgeous from you too, Ayana.
Thank you.
All right, well, coming up, we're going to get to meet the queen. That's right, Kiara Lovell is the winner of the Miss Ellerslie Ambassador 2024 pageant, and she's going to join us after this. Stay tuned.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
And that's the Queen making her entrance here on Morning Barbados. Of course, the Queen from the Miss Ellerslie Ambassador 2024 program, Kiara Lovell. Good morning. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, it's wonderful to have you here with us. And Carmel Ware is still sitting in. Of course, she is the pageant coach. So, Kiara, talk to me about pageant night. How did everything go?
Everything was good. I got there late, but everything was going at a pace that I liked. And we had time to change over. We had time to get ready, and it was amazing.
All right, that's wonderful stuff. Talk to me about your particular project.
My projects were a beach cleanup where I partnered up with Ayana Thomas, and a art workshop where I recycled cardboard boxes and made them into piñatas. So we had a great time that day.
Oh, that's great. Talk to me about the night of the pageant. It must have been nerve-wracking. You said you got there a little late.
I got there like 20 minutes past 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but everything was still as calm as I thought it would have been. So I just, not rushed, but had the enough time to prepare myself for the pageant.
All right, Miss Ware, you also did this gown. So let's hear a little bit about the concept for this one.
She has the flower fantasy concept. And she brought me this little black dress, which I redyed because the color was a little faded. So I just wrapped up the black color, and we went into the art room. We found this material in one of the boxes there, and she said, okay, she wanted to have appliques of flowers on as part of her
presentation,
Yes.
thinking of the garden. You
Yeah.
can pull it all the way over so we can see. There you go.
Yes.
Look at that.
All right, so
Gorgeous.
we have the fabric that we recycled, and I made it into a skirt train. And we also took some used felt that they cut and made the flowers and stuff with and pasted them on to the skirt. And she wanted to have a little ruffle thing going on at the top. So we added the ruffles to the little black dress and jazz it up and make it look a little more bedazzled, you would say, instead of just the standard plain little black dress.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, she also had a nice garland belt also with the same flowers represented in the train, but she didn't bring it today.
All right, the dress
Yes.
is still equally
Yes, it
as
is.
beautiful.
Yes, it is.
What did you feel like when you first saw the dress completed?
Like, yes, I had a vision of how it was, but seeing it was totally different. And when I put it on, it was totally different. And the colors really brought out my skin, and it had me looking gorgeous. So I was.
All right. What do you hope to accomplish over this year for your reign as the ultimate Ellerslie School ambassador?
I would like to more recognition of what I did and how I accomplished being the queen of the Ellerslie School. I'm so proud of myself, and I would just love to see if more people would see me and, you know, just see me.
All right, I love that, for people to see you. And that means being able to bring your ideas to life, just like you were able to do by just sharing with Carmel. Now, we've asked her a lot of how she's worked with you. Queen, I want to hear from you on your thoughts on working with Miss Ware.
It was amazing. She is a very nice person in person, and everything that we did, she accompanied. But if we didn't think that this would have worked, she would be like, okay, I got you. Or if we didn't think our walk was good enough, she would say it's gonna get better. And working with her was such a pleasure. Like, I love it. She makes me laugh, she makes me smile even when I'm down. So I love her for that, and I love that she was our person helping us with everything, and I love her for that.
I would imagine that it means a lot to you that you're working with students from your former school.
Yeah, but this is our way as all scholars of giving back to our institution. I mean, we came from the Ellerslie Secondary School, which is the older school, Brown Cows for Life. Yes,
you know, didn't just say Brown Cows for Life.
Yes, I did. I'm very proud of it. Yeah, but you know, for the 5-6 years that I would have spent at Ellerslie, for the nature of the school, what it has done for us as individuals as we have left that institution and gone out into the world, as all scholars and giving back to the school, we want to keep that reputation going. Even though it has a different name now, a different look, the mannerisms, the culture of the school still remains the same. So we try to keep do as much as we can to keep that culture going and produce great individuals when they leave those great doors of Ellerslie.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love it. So again, congratulations to you, the winner of the Miss Ellerslie Ambassador Pageant for 2024, Kiara Lovell, looking as beautiful as ever, just like the other two who were here. And of course, congrats to the other two girls who were a part of the pageant as well. As I said, you were all winners, all looking beautiful on the night.
Yes.
I love it. I love that. It was about sustainability, and you had to come up with these great ideas. And you found the pieces for your gown from the art room.
Yes, a box
and
in the art room.
And Ayana from her mother's curtain stock. Daniela from curtain stock. And then of course Ayana,
Yes,
you know, from
there's
something
little
else.
pieces of material that
Good
we just
stuff.
populated into great stuff.
Good stuff. Congratulations.
Yes,
thank you very
I
much.
look forward to seeing you on more pageant stages.
Yes,
Yes, I actually
Absolutely.
have
If I have
a
anything to say about it, yes, you will.
All right, good stuff. It's time for a break, and it's heading up to the 8 o'clock hour. So when we come back, we're going to wrap things up. Of course, we're going to tell you all about what's coming up on tomorrow's show. It's the Friday edition. You know, it must be fun. Plus, it's Q in the community. It's Q Thursday. We're going to tell you about that too. Stay tuned.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast.
Morning, morning, morning.
Because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Morning to you. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, so welcome back to Morning Barbados. We're heading up to 8 o'clock. That means that we have to tell you about what's coming up today. It's Q Thursday. So we hope that you're heading out to Q in the community. We're going to tell you all about the Wayne Daniel Pavilion. So head on out to that today and enjoy. If you can't make it there, of course, Q is going to be live on air. So you don't have to worry about that at all. Yes? So head on out to Q today or listen in online. Today is our producer, Alicia Al's big birthday. Happy birthday, Alicia. We have a fantastic tribute for you, so peel your eyes to the screen.
Sing happy birthday, sing happy birthday. Happy
Come out. Come out.
Sing happy birthday.
All right, so you don't often get to see our producers. I'm going to invite her to come. Now, listen, escort the lady sobers. What kind of gentleman are you? This is the birthday lady. Come up here. This is our producer, Alicia Als. Congratulations on making another year. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Happy birthday to Short Staff. I hope you have a great birthday today. She's been with CBC for about 30 of these 100 years. So when you hear Alicia Als, no, she's Alicia Als Grant, because the fella stole her from the other fellas at CBC. We'll talk about that another time. But she's Alicia Als Grant, and we're happy to have you as a part of not only the Morning Barbados team, but the CBC team. Play the birthday song, because there's instructions. Yeah? All right, so coming up tomorrow on the show, I didn't tell you to leave. Can't follow instructions. So coming up tomorrow on the show, of course, we are talking about reggae in the gardens, the winner of the Standard Showroom Makeover. We're going to make that announcement for you. Plus, we are going to get up close and personal with Bert Panther Brown. The Rotary Club of Barbados is offering free NCD testing. So we're going to tell you all about it and how they're working on that. And a whole lot more. We're also going to have our friends from Standard sharing with us right here on Morning Barbados. It's going to be an exciting time for all, so make sure you come out and share with us. Have a wonderful day today. Remember to wear your smiles, do something nice for somebody else, and come back tomorrow for the Friday edition. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.